Hey, what's up, everybody? So I wanted to make a video talking about why Hillary Clinton lost this election, and this is coming from a person that voted for her in the general and a person that voted for Bernie Sanders in the primary. The reason that Hillary Clinton lost the election was because of coastal elitism, meaning that people that live on the coast have this perception of America being at a point where there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of need for improvement because the places that they live on the coast, which are relatively nicer, more affluent parts of our country, are already doing pretty good compared to the places in the Midwest and in other parts in between these coasts, where a lot of people are living in areas that are hellholes. A lot of the major cities in the Rust Belt or the Midwest have lost over half of their population. Cities like Detroit, which is the birthplace of the American middle class, which once had, I think, almost a little bit over 2 million people, now has around 600,000 people. Cleveland, Ohio had almost a million. They have less than 400,000. The city that I live in Akron, which is generally speaking doing better compared to other Rust Belt cities, at one point had like 290,000 people, not only has 200,000. Same with Youngstown, they had like I think 190 or something thousand people, and now they only have like 60,000 ish people left in their city. And these cities still have to provide services to their people. There's not a lot of jobs in these cities, and people are struggling. A lot of these people who live in the Midwest grew up in households which was middle class, and they grew up in a household where one parent would work, the other parent would uh, stay at home and raise the kids. And they were able to do that because one of the incomes was enough to take care of the entire household and then some. But that's just not how it is today. Those jobs are gone. And the jobs that are left in the Midwest, if you aren't, I mean, even if you are college educated, it's still hard to find a job out here. So when Hillary Clinton said, like, I remember one statement she said is like, "Oh, we're already great." Say that when you might be able to say that when you live in I don't know, Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, or I don't know, Long Island, New York, or something like that, where I mean, even if they do have pockets of poverty, it's still nowhere as bad as compared to inner city Detroit, Cleveland, Youngstown, Akron, etc. And you know, when I heard that quote, I thought I sort of like imagined in my head the disgust I had when she said, "Oh, America's already great." When there was a time when my girlfriend goes to Youngstown State University, I was driving to Youngstown with her for that day. I think it was because it was in the summer, and it was really really heavy rain, and one of the main roads that goes into the city once you get off the expressway was literally under about a half a foot of water because their sewer system has failed. And I thought of that image in my head when she said, "Yeah, we're already great." And look, I voted for Hillary, right? But there's no fact in denying that she did not reach out to people who are working class, people who are blue collar in the Midwest, and that's why she lost. And I have lost friends after this election. People believe me from Facebook because I speak the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. She didn't lose because people are racist or sexist or misogynistic or whatever. I mean, yeah, there a lot of Trump supporters are like that, but I don't believe that's the majority of them. I don't even think that's probably 15% of Trump voters are like that. Most of them believe the rhetoric that, oh, he's going to bring back the jobs that are going to make me able to take care of my family, and he spoke about that a lot. But he's a sheep in wolf's clothing, and I knew from the get go that he isn't about that life. He's not about that Bernie Sanders life. So it's just to me is lip service, and I weighed the pros and cons of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Obviously, Hillary Clinton's a much better choice, but Bernie Sanders would have been the perfect optimal choice for this election. But In the future, the Democratic Party is going to have to rebuild by embracing that Bernie Sanders blue collar, the workers first ideology. You can't just be a party that only cares about issues that might affect the coast or whatever. Like yeah, I'm all for gay rights and trans rights, and people should be able to use the bathroom, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, what matters most to me is being able to provide for myself and my loved ones, and that's the most important thing. If you're not talking about that, then it's like I don't really care about any of the other things you have to say, because to me, all the other shit's secondary. Putting food on the table is a primary concern of me and most people that I'm around. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and have a nice day. Peace.